I cannot believe I'm saying this, but I'm saying it, y'all. I'm saying it. I never thought I would say this, but the same strategy that made me money online is the same strategy that was keeping me stuck. Because when I first started, I was making money. I was excited. I was seeing results. I was posting, people was buying, and honestly, I thought this is it. But then somewhere along the way, everything started to change. I started posting more, but making less. I started working harder, but feeling more overwhelmed. I started feeling like no matter how much I was doing, it was never enough. And if I'm being honest, I kept trying to force the old version of my business to work because I didn't want to admit that I had outgrown it. But then I realized I don't need to work harder. I just had outgrown my old strategy. And that's why I'm rebuilding everything. So let me explain. When I first started my business, I was creating content for beginners. I was talking to women who wanted to make money online, start digital marketing, and learn how to sell digital products. All of that. And it worked. I made money. I had 5K months. I had 10K months. I helped people. I grew confidence. And for that season of my life and business, it was exactly what I needed. But my business was built around low ticket offers, affiliate marketing, which is other people's products, trying to help everybody, posting constantly, creating more and more content. And I was just hoping if I kept showing up, everything would keep growing. And for a while, it did. But then the hype started to slow down. My sales started to slow down. And instead of stepping back and asking what had changed, I just kept doing more. I thought maybe I needed to post more. Maybe I needed more reels. Maybe I needed more ideas. Maybe I needed another strategy. But the more I did, the more overwhelmed I got. I started realizing there were signs everywhere that I had outgrown that version of my business. The first sign, I was posting more but making less. I was creating more content than ever, but I felt like it wasn't landing the same. People were watching, but they were not buying like they used to. The second sign was that I was attracting the wrong people, because when you are constantly selling low ticket offers, you start attracting people who want everything easy, fast, and cheap. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I knew I had more value than that to offer. I knew I was capable of helping women on a deeper level. I knew I had more experience, more wisdom, more strategy, more mindset, more real life lessons. But my business and my brand was still positioned like the beginner version of myself. The third sign was that I was exhausted and not just tired. I'm talking about that feeling where you know you were meant for more, but you're starting to resent the way you're building it. Because if I'm building a business for freedom, why does it feel like I'm creating another job? Why did I feel like if I stopped posting for 2 days, everything would fall apart? Why did I feel like I had to constantly do more just to keep up? And I know I'm not the only one who has felt like that. I know there's women watching this right now who already know how to make money online. You have made sales, you've had success, but now you feel stuck. You're burnt out. You're inconsistent, you're posting more and making less, and deep down, you know the problem is not that you're not capable. You have just outgrown the way you've been doing things. So here's what I'm changing. I'm no longer trying to help everyone. I'm speaking directly to the woman who knows how to make money online already, but is tired of low ticket burnout, inconsistent sales, and feeling like she has to do more and more just to grow. I'm no longer building a business around constant posting. I'm building a stronger brand, a clearer message, a better offer, and a simpler system. Because I do not want a business that only works when I'm exhausted. I want a business that works because it's clear, because it's aligned, because it attracts the right people. And I'm shifting from trying to convince people to buy to building a brand that naturally attracts better buyers. I'm shifting from low ticket offers to building something deeper, something more premium, something where I can actually help women transform instead of just giving them a quick fix. And I'm also learning just how much a personal brand truly matters for sustainability. People do not just buy information anymore. They buy clarity. They buy connection. They buy trust. And for a long time, I was making content, but I wasn't really building a strong enough brand. So I'm showing up more, I'm being more honest, I'm talking about what is actually going on, and I'm building a business that feels more like me. Because I don't want to keep building a business focused around somebody else's offer or that looks successful on the outside, but is super heavy behind the scenes. I want to build a business that gives me the soft life that I've been talking about all along. And when I say the soft life, I mean truly the soft life. A business that is working for me and systems in place that are making life easier to where I'm not having to work harder. And not because I don't believe in hard work, because I do. But I also believe there gets to a point where you have to stop working harder and start working differently. And maybe that's what this season is teaching me. Maybe growth is not always about doing more. Maybe growth is about being honest enough to admit that what used to work is not working anymore. Maybe you're not stuck. Maybe you're just trying to force yourself to stay in the version of the business that you have outgrown. So if you've been feeling frustrated and like nothing is working, and if you're feeling like you've been doing everything and still not getting the results you want, I want you to know this. You're not behind, you're not lazy, you're not failing, you're growing. And when you grow, the way you do things has to grow too. The next level version of you cannot keep building her business the same way. She needs a stronger brand, a clearer message, a better system, and she needs to stop giving so much energy to the things that no longer fit. So this is the season where I'm rebuilding everything. My brand, my message, my business, and honestly myself too. And I just wanted to share because maybe you're in that season too. Maybe you know you're meant for more, but you also know the old way isn't working anymore. And if that's you, I want you to know you're not alone. We're figuring this out together. So if you want to come along with me while I rebuild, rebrand, and create a business that feels softer, simpler, and more aligned, make sure you subscribe because I'm going to be sharing every shift, every lesson, and everything I'm learning along the way. If you're someone who already has a business, already made money online, and knows you're capable of more, but you're tired of inconsistent sales, low ticket burnout, and feeling stuck at that same level, I'm building something for the woman who is ready to be seen differently, build a stronger brand, and make bigger moves in their business. This is not for somebody who is looking for another quick fix. It's for the woman who is ready to invest in the next level version of herself and build something more sustainable, more profitable, and more aligned. If that's you, join the waitlist below so you can hear when it first opens. So if you're in this season too, just know that you're not behind and you're not alone. And I will see y'all in my next video.